I've said many times that one of the worst things you could do is wait till after you pass to think about what to do about your new real estate business. Because people often study. They get so caught up with passing. When they pass, they're like, what now? And you got to remember, the point of studying is so you could pass, you could sell real estate. And it's not about how fast you pass. It's about how soon you can start making money. So I know a lot of people who fail many times and they get depressed, but the moment they pass, boom, they're off and running. And that's because they knew eventually they would pass. They're not going to give up. So they kept on thinking about what they could do to build their business when they pass or ready. And conversely, I know people pass immediately, but then it took them forever to get their first deal because all they thought about is get their real estate license. They never really thought about what that meant and what needed to be done. So please think about what you can do so that when you pass, you are ready to go. And if you already passed, well, take these tips and use them as well. So what I want to do is give you 5 things that are pretty cut and dry and simple that won't deter you from your studying or your regular life, but can help build your business so that when you pass, you're ready to go. Now, obviously, there's certain laws that you can't do, certain things you can't do that are against the law while you're studying for your license, things you cannot do until you pass. Basically, you can't represent buyers or sellers, give transactional advice, market yourself as a licensed agent, obviously, claim you can help somebody buy or now, and accept clients or referrals for compensation. Excuse me. Now, I will say, check with your local broker or anybody who knows more about the local laws before going through with that, but that's the basic gist of it. You can't represent yourself as an agent. You can't solicit business. So with that being said, let's go through 5 things you could do now while you are studying to become a real estate agent. So the first one, and this is a doozy, is shift your online presence. So many of you guys have an Instagram page or other social medias, pictures of you on vacations or eating cookies or pictures of your kids doing fun things. You are not an influencer. You're a real estate professional. So start to audit your social media profile and start to add things that are more relevant to what you want to be as a real estate professional. You have no problem posting houses, or you can even talk about the local market, talk about your community, things that are relevant to a real estate agent. Obviously, you can't sell those houses yet, but there's nothing wrong, just like when you go on vacation, taking pictures of a building that you think is pretty. So sharing information about properties is not a licensed activity. You could do that, and you're changing the theme of your profile. You start putting up more professional pictures of yourself, things that make you look knowledgeable, professional, and somebody who can be trusted to do a major life-changing transaction. So posting pictures of your properties, communities, things that are relevant, like maybe a kitchen redesign, things of that nature is a great way to kind of redesign your social media profile or start a brand new one. So that's number 1. Number 2, attend open houses. Go walk around. You don't have to talk to anybody yet. You don't have to discuss real estate, but it's a good thing to do on a Sunday since you're about to get into this business to know the lay of the land. Just go in as a guest like anybody else looking at houses. If they ask you, tell them, I'm studying to be a real estate agent. I'm excited about this. And leave it at that. Obviously, without your license, you got to be careful about what you say and what you do until you do get licensed. But there's nothing against the law of you going and looking at houses with friends and enjoying this business that you're about to enter in. Number 3, create free guides or checklists. The moment you pass, you're going to want to be able to give out PDF guides. These are guides on how to buy a house, how to sell a house, what your house should be need to be up to par, like cracks or different things like leaks that you should be able to look out for. And of course, guides about your community. You may not want to give these out until you pass, depending on the information you put in, but they should be ready. It's a very simple thing to get ready so when you're passed, it's ready to go and you can start going boom, 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 sending them out to everybody. Next, build relationships with industry professionals. They are going to want to talk to you just as much as you're going to want to talk to them. Many of these people, like loan officers and inspectors and notaries and other people who are involved in industry, want to create relationships. And they know you don't have those relationships yet, so they want to get in first. Many of them will help you get your business off the ground because more business for you means more business for them. And the more conversations you can have with people in the business, the better off you're going to be. You're going to like what somebody has to say. You're not going to like what others have to say. And you start putting it together. And also, it's very motivating to speak to these people. So you want to talk to people who have positive energy, who know what they're talking about, and are interested in talking to you. Anybody who's worth their salt in the business is going to want to build relationships. So you want to build relationships with them just as much as they want to build relationships with you. And they understand what you're doing, that you're trying to get going. And very often, they'll be very helpful. The last one is you always hear in real estate your sphere of influence. Sphere of influence. All about your sphere of influence. Basically, it's everybody you know. And everybody you know is much larger than you think. People say you want to contact everybody you know to tell them you're in real estate. You don't necessarily want to tell them you're a real estate agent now, but you can drop a contact, because your first contact with the guy you haven't spoken to for 10 years shouldn't be, hey, I haven't spoken to you for 10 years, don't know what's going on with you, but guess what? I got my real estate license, you want to sell a house? That's not a great first contact. A great first contact is, hey, I remember you 10 years ago, I was thinking about how we played in that softball league together, and I want to tell you how much I appreciate you giving me that opportunity. Hope all is well. Keep in touch. Something like that. Or something simple, like, hey, you know that recipe we had last Christmas? It was really good. I really appreciate you giving that to me. Can we talk about a new recipe? Just some contact. And ones that say thank you for something are even better, much more effective. So if you could think of people you met recently and people you met a long time ago and say thank you to them for one reason or another, that is a great way to grow your sphere of influence. So those are 5 things you could do while you're studying for your real estate exam. 5 simple things, and the things I gave you, there's a lot you could do, but those are 5 that are very non-controversial. They don't really tote the line of unlicensed and licensed activities. It's pretty clear, and they will help you build your business. I don't want to give you too many things because you do have to study, and you probably have other things going on to make money and support your family while you're studying, but those are 5 very simple things you could do while you're studying for your exam so that when you pass, you are ready to rock. By the way, a bonus one I didn't mention, so maybe this is 6, is you want to find which office you're going to work for. And that's a whole nother video we'll do about how to find which office will be best for you. If you'd like me to do a video on that, let me know in the comments below.